I believe our division is the best and the most diverse. I don't want to be a part of that argument. Women's wrestling is thriving right now across the board.
Hello and welcome to Sportskeeda Wrestling. I am Riju Dasgupta, the content manager of the site, and I'm proud to be joined by the one, the only Deonna Purrazzo. Until recently, at Rebellion, she held two prestigious championships. Unfortunately, now she holds just one. That said, she's making waves like nobody else in the business right now. She is the definition of the forbidden door. So it's my honor, it's my pleasure to talk to you. What was that battle with Taya Valkyrie like? Did it live up to your expectations?
No, because I lost my championship. No, I love that Impact has continued to be a landing zone for people post WWE. And whether they're, stars that have been here before like Taya or somebody brand new like I was, I think it's really great that Impact is continuing to give people other options and keeping the wrestling landscape competitive and healthy. So to see Taya back and she, said to me, like, I'm just in this crazy mode where I just want to do everything and show out. And, it's awesome to get to kind of be a part of that.
And I mentioned how you are the definition of the forbidden door pretty much. You are going to AEW Dynamite. I mean, you have this huge match coming up. Can you preview the match? And do you think it is a stepping stone to what everybody is talking about, that dream match with Dr. Britt Baker?
I definitely think absolutely. Britt tweeted at me last night, like, whatever she said about supporting her best friend. And I tweeted back, we're one step closer. I definitely think this is good faith in that direction. But you know what? I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm going to stay focused on the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship and Mercedes Martinez and our match on Wednesday.
Amazing. Unfortunately, we heard some bad news from the Impact Wrestling camp, which is the IInspiration are calling it a day. Do you have any kind of reaction or message for them?
Yeah, I think just as surprised as everybody else. But it has been so great and an honor to share a locker room with both Cassie and Jess, to get to know them as performers, but then also as real life people and inside the ring and outside of the ring. I am good friends with both of them, and I'm just excited for them to take this step into the next phase of their life. And they're not saying that they're done with wrestling. They're just taking a step back to focus on other opportunities and whatever else comes their way. So those are my girls. I'm supportive of them 100%, and I can't wait to see them kill it and crush their dreams in whatever other form of entertainment they choose to do it in.
Amazing. So we are fortunate enough to work with Bill Apter, a renowned journalist, and he had a question for you. A certain person from another company said that their locker room is the best, and he believes, Mr. Apter believes, that the Impact locker room is the best. Do you have any reaction or comments about this?
Yeah, well, I think our locker room is the best because I am atop our locker room and I am the best. I think that there's always going to be comparisons to women and women's wrestling and our divisions respectively. But I think we all offer different things. I think we all bring different things to the table. So while I believe our division is the best and the most diverse, I don't want to be a part of that argument. Women's wrestling is thriving right now across the board. So I'm just excited to be a part of this, and whether it's here at Impact Wrestling, getting to go to AEW, working with the women from AAA, working with the women that were a part of the Ring of Honor regime prior to Tony buying it. I get to work with incredible women across the board, and that is what matters to me.
And speaking of, women's wrestling being so great all over the board, what did you think of, facing Thunder Rosa in that awesome match? Where does she rank among your opponents?
Yeah, I think that she's great, and for her to be the surprise opponent for me, I think was really awesome. That was Impact's first pay-per-view with fans back, so it was a real treat to see that reaction live. And it was weird for me because I was just in this unique spot that I had been a champion for so long, but never with fans. So to hear the reaction they gave me, and then they were so surprised when it was Thunder Rosa. I think that match is something, that doesn't get as much credit as it deserves, because as much as we've talked about, the dream match between Britt Baker and I, or women not stepping through the forbidden door as much as, fans would like, AEW did send Thunder Rosa to Slammiversary, and I was able to defeat her. So I'm so excited that there's going to be more walking through the forbidden door for me. But, we did get a taste of it last Slammiversary.
Awesome. How significant did you think Mickie James going to the Royal Rumble was?
Yeah, it was, again, I was just as shocked as everybody else when the announcement was made right before Hard to Kill. And I think that, for Impact to be able to cultivate these relationships and these working relationships with a company like WWE, who is notorious for not playing well with others, per se, really speaks volumes to Scott D'Amore and the relationships he's able to have. So I think it was really great for Impact to have the Knockouts Championship on the Royal Rumble. And I don't know if we'll see more of it, but again, I hope so, because each step that we take to promote women's wrestling on an equal platform, the better.
So how did you decide to make your niche technical wrestling? Who are some of the people that inspired?
I guess I didn't really make a cognizant decision about that. It just kind of fell into my lap. My trainer was trained in just the old school American 101 style at OVW with Rip Rogers, and that's what he taught me. When I first started, the wrestling ring and the room we were in had a very low ceiling, so there was no practicing going to the top rope. There was no top rope moonsaults and frog splashes because the ceiling just didn't allow for it. So I think that we just focused on the basics, and we focused on reversals and holds and things that would allow us to wrestle anybody at any experience level with any amount of knowledge, just a very basic style that would be able to suffice in any situation. And from there, I just kind of was like, this is what I'm good at, and I love to watch old Chris Jericho, old Eddie Guerrero, Owen and Bret Hart are some of my favorites, and I just like to take bits and pieces from that and add them to my resume.
And it's amazing you said that. That's a great story, by the way. It's amazing you said that, because the other face of Impact Wrestling right now is Josh Alexander, who wrestles a kind of a similar style to yours. What do you think of him being given the opportunity to carry the company on his shoulder?
Oh, I am so thrilled for Josh. I think that, I love people who can prove other people wrong. And I think that the position Josh is in isn't necessarily a position a lot of people saw him in, 2 years ago. So he earned the opportunity to become the world champion, and then he capitalized on it, and he deserves it. I'm so excited to see what he does as the Impact World Champion. And, just personally, I love Josh. I love his wife. I love Jet. So to see them and feel the energy that they had at Rebellion for Josh to win, that it was a real family thing, and you could just feel that for them and feel the excitement and the passion that they as a family have. Is I think everyone's dream in wrestling is to find their wife or their husband and have them love what you love equally, and they just exude that as a family. So I'm so excited for them.
That segues into my next question, because Steve Maclin mentioned that he was going for Josh next. So please go ahead.
No, I just it's funny because we're close with Josh and Jen, so it'll be interesting to see if that happens, and I know it's something Steve is really looking forward to.
Amazing. But we also saw, Mickie and Nick team up, and we also, Chelsea and Matt have been teaming up. Do you think you guys would like to maybe do like a mixed tag team kind of thing someday?
I think so. We've done a couple things on the indies together, but I think that, Impact is a homecoming tournament. I'm not sure if we'll do it this year or not. Last year I was crowned the queen of Impact Wrestling alongside the drama king Matt Raywalt, who is now a part of our commentary team. But I'd love to see them bring that back, and I think that enough people know about Steve and I now. We're engaged to be married. I think that it would be really fun and different for us, and we could show a little different side of us together in the ring. So I'm hopeful that one day we will definitely get to do something together.
So what is the next step for you from an Impact Wrestling perspective? Where do you see yourself going next?
I don't know. I think I have a lot left to accomplish. I think that, we will all always want to be the Knockouts World Champion. So I would love that for me, a 3-time Knockouts World Champion. I also am not opposed to finding myself a tag team partner and contending for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. But I think that the tag team thing is definitely something I'm interested in next.
And who would your ideal partner be for something like that?
Ooh, my best friend Chelsea Green, maybe.
Amazing. So I will throw a few. Let's do a rapid fire round. So let me throw a few terms at you, and you tell me the first Impact Wrestling star that comes to mind. The future.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm sorry?
The future. What is the first thing?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Masha.
All right. The most underrated wrestler in the company, male or female?
Oh, underrated wrestler. I don't know. Okay, the first person that came to mind was like Ace Austin, but he just won the X Division Championship, so I don't know about that.
All right. Who would you say is the most athletic wrestler on the roster?
Oh my gosh, Mike Bailey, 100%.
Amazing. The strongest wrestler of the roster?
Ooh, Moose, definitely.
The most creative wrestler?
Oh, creative. The first person that came to mind was Jordan Grace.
Amazing. The mastermind behind it all?
Gail Kim.
Amazing. And my final question, let's look outside the Impact roster for this one. Who is the free agent on the indies or outside who belongs in Impact Wrestling?
Oh, there's a ton. I mean, we just saw Taya Valkyrie come back. She is kind of making her way through the independents and everything. I'd love to see her land back at Impact with us. There's someone like Athena, formerly known as Ember Moon, who I'd love to see come back, come to Impact Wrestling. Tegan Knox, for sure. We've seen Danielle Camella on AEW recently, and I just think she's phenomenal. So I'd love to see her at Impact Wrestling. Those are just the people off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's people I'm forgetting about.
Amazing. I think we're almost out of time. So do you have any message for your fans in India?
Yeah, thank you guys so much. What I do would not be possible without your constant love and support. So thank you guys so much.
And where can people find you on social media?
Everyone can find me at Deonna Purrazzo on Twitter and Instagram.
Thank you so much for your time and best of luck for the future.
Thank you so much.